I hope y'all are having a wonderful night. I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Let's just start there. I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, man. I hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas. Even though y'all will see me in more videos before then. But I hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. But anyway, let's get into the video. So let's talk about Friday night. Let's talk about Friday night. For starters, I do want to stress this, and I can't stress this enough. This isn't coming from any coaching staff. This isn't coming from any players. This isn't coming from any fans. This is strictly coming from me and me only. I just want that to be known. Nobody's making me make this video. I decided it's time for me to make this video because it's been going on too long. Now, with that being said, fans should not be allowed to come in a high school game that drunk. You know? And this isn't any shade to anybody. This is just, again, my personal opinion. Fans should not be allowed to come to a high school game that drunk. After the game, there were like 15 or 20 beer cans where we parked at. Beer cans were literally like spread across the parking lot. First of all, why would you want to carry yourself like that at a high school game? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not judging anybody. I'm in no place to judge anyone. I promise you I'm not judging anyone. But it's just a simple fact. It's a high school game. Too many people were too drunk at that game Friday night. And they weren't escorted off the premises. Now, I don't know the rules and guidelines of coming in a game drunk or high. I don't. But that's just, again, my personal opinion. Second thing. Why were their fans so freely allowed to come to our side? Like, before the game, a decent amount of their fans came to our side starting drama. Why was that allowed? Lastly, if you can see this mic, and I'll also put a picture up. If you can see this mic, I have two of them. I currently only have one. And this is the main reason why I'm making this video. And this video isn't going to be very long. Friday night, I had two players mic'd up, like I do almost every night. And one of my mics fell off one of the players. Fell off a player. And, you know, at the end of the game, I go collect the mics. And he told me, he was like, I don't have it. It fell. And I was like, okay, do you know where maybe it could have failed? Do you think it's still on the field? You know, checked his jersey, checked his pads. We checked everywhere. It's nowhere on him. So then, you know, me and a couple other ones, and if you watch this video, I appreciate you. You know who you are. I'm not going to name drop anybody because, again, this is strictly based off of me and me only. So I'm not going to involve anybody else in this video. But again, you know who you are, who helped me if you watched the video. So we walked up and down the field like 4 or 5 times. Mike is nowhere to be found. So I'm just like, okay, you know. So I go to one of the coaches and I'm like, hey, could you please check with your players to see if they have my mic? I was like, they're not high, but they're not cheap. I was like, if you could please get that back for me, if they have it. So he walks to the locker room. He's there maybe 30 seconds max. He walks back out and he's like, yeah, I checked all of our guys' bags. I checked everything and it's nowhere to be found. They didn't have it. And I'm just like, okay, like, you checked all those players that fast. Like, you literally just walked in maybe 10, 15 seconds ago and you walked back out. You were in there maybe 30 seconds and you checked that fast. But I'm just like, okay. I was already mad and really didn't feel like arguing. So I was like, okay. So I grab my tripod, I grab my book bag, and I leave. So then I call coach. I'm not going to say which coach, because again, I'm not name dropping anybody. This is strictly off me. So I call one of the coaches and I'm like, hey, could you please send me such and such and such and such's phone number? And he sends it. And I'm like, okay. I said, talk to the coach. I'm like, hey, could you please just check with your players to make sure they didn't accidentally grab my mic? I was like, that thing is kind of expensive. So if you could please let me know something. So he calls me back maybe 2 minutes later, if that. And he was like, hey, one of my coaches had already went and checked, and you were aware of this, so there's no need for me to double check. I'm like, okay. I then send him a picture of it and tell him, if you see it, could you please contact such and such to let him know that you have it? I was like, I'll come and get it. That's not the problem. The drive isn't the problem. It's just, I want my equipment. This was Friday. Saturday comes, and still nothing about my equipment. No text, no email, no phone call, nothing. Didn't even message me on Facebook, nothing. So I'm like, okay. So then Sunday, I start editing the video, and I was like, I'm gonna do the obvious and just listen to it and see who may have picked it up. Maybe one of our players picked it up and they, just forgot because it was a lot of emotions and everything going on. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just see if maybe one of our players picked it up. Maybe I could pick up the voice and see who got it. Edit the video, and there's one thing that really stood out. And if you go back and watch the video, it'll stand out to y'all too. As the game went on, the whistles got louder. And I could hear more talking. Versus when it was on one of the players, it was more like movement. But this time it was more still. So I then called one of the players that it was on, and I'm like, hey, who's the one that normally says like balls away or bombs away whenever the ball's gone? And he tells me it's typically the white hat. And I'm like, okay. I was like, because, that became more clear as the game went on. So I get in contact with someone, and they sends me over some information to one of the officiators. I call him, and I leave him a message, and I'm just like, hey, my name is Rex. I was at the game Friday night with Central, and seems like one of my mics may have been picked up by either you or one of your crew members. Could you please contact me back? Give him my phone number. And he calls. And we talked this morning. And he's like, hey, yeah, someone brought me that at halftime. I seen it on the field, but I didn't mess with it because I didn't know what it was. He was like, but someone asked me at halftime, was it one of ours? And if we may have dropped it. And he tells me, he was like, but yeah, I told him, no, it's not ours. And I'm like, okay, do you know who possibly could have it? He then tells me, no, I'm not sure. But I can check with one of my crew members and get back with you. So then I'm kind of confused because, first of all, you seen it on the ground, but you didn't pick it up. And then someone comes to you and asks you, hey, did you drop this? But you don't know who asked. You couldn't tell me if it was someone from Central, which I know it wasn't because everybody know what my mic looked like. But you couldn't tell me if it was someone from Central or if it was someone from Hampton County. But someone asked you at halftime, hey, did you drop this? And I'm kind of confused, So as time went on, I started thinking more. And then right after me and him got off the phone, I sent him a message. I sent him a picture of what it looks like. And I was like, if you could please contact me if one of them have it. He read my message at 12 o'clock. And before we got off the phone, he told me he would call me back and let me know something. He read my message at 12, like maybe 12:30. I didn't hear anything. It is currently like 9 o'clock. It's not even that late. It's like 8 o'clock somewhere. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I heard nothing. Nobody got in contact with me, and I contacted the coach, and I contacted the officiator. I've been getting them runaround about my equipment. All I've been asking for is my equipment back. Like, if you have it, that's fine. I will come and get it. That's not the problem. The problem is one of you have my equipment or you know who has my equipment and you're not trying to give it back. You can't do anything with it. I have the case for it. It is programmed to the only case. So you have equipment that you can't even use. And again, I'm not throwing any shade. I'm not throwing any shots at anybody. It's just a simple fact of, okay, this went on long enough. I text you. I contacted you. I've called you. I've dang near aggravated you just to get my equipment back that you're not even trying to release to me. And it's just like, bro, you can't do anything with it. You can't do anything with it. It's probably dead now. And another thing, if you watch the game from Friday night, the mic was on the whole time. My mic magically disconnected from my device. Like from the home base thing, it magically disconnected. Like someone powered it off. And I'm just like, bro, if you have it, just all I'm asking is just return it. I really didn't want to make this video, but I've been trying to get my equipment back since Friday. It is currently Monday going on Tuesday. It's going on it's literally about to be a week and I've just been asking for my equipment back. It's either just return it to its rightful owner or I can take a completely different route. All I'm asking for is my equipment. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking you to give me $1 million. I'm not asking you to reimburse me the money for it. I just want what's rightfully mine. And it's just sad because I'm getting a runaround by a bunch of men in their 40s. I can see if you were 15 and 14. Grow up, bro. I've contacted you. I've asked you nicely. I just want my equipment back. And this whole time, I haven't been rude. I haven't been ugly. Nothing. But I've been getting told one thing by one person and then another thing by another person, and nobody's letting me know nothing. They're not texting me or calling me and saying, hey, I tried to locate it. I can't find it. Unfortunately, there's nothing. There's nothing. I'm not getting told anything. But I did want to say that, again, I can't stress this enough. This isn't coming from any coach. This isn't coming from any fan. This isn't coming from a spectator, a player, whatever you see yourself as, a supporter, whatever you see yourself as with the Central Eagles. This is not coming from any one of y'all or any one of them. If you're an outsider looking in, this isn't coming from any. This is coming from me and me only. And again, it's still love. It's still respect. Hampton County, they have a great football program. Despite the stadium, they have a great football program. I think number 0's last name is like Singletary. He's a great athlete. I'm not going to lie to you. Nothing but respect for them. But it gets more personal because you have something of mine. And I just want it back. This video didn't have to get made. I didn't have to contact you ever. I didn't have to contact the officiator ever. And we could have been known strangers for the rest of our life. But now, because you hold this one little device, this one little piece of device, now we have to communicate. And it's not even really much communication. It's me trying to communicate to y'all about my equipment and y'all aren't returning the favor. If you don't have it, just contact me and let me know something. Don't tell me one thing and then, I'm like, okay, if you run across it, or if you happen to find it in your bag, or if you happen to see it on your presence, please let me know. And then you ghost me. But don't tell me, bro, like, oh no, yeah, I seen it at halftime. Someone brought it to me. And then tell me, well, no, I don't have it. But then you tell me, well, I can check with my crew and I can let you know something. And then you ghost me. But then you don't respond. I then send you a picture and then you don't respond. And then you ghost me. Leads me to think more that you have it. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Want to get that out there. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. But what I am saying is, don't tell me one thing and then tell me another thing and then you lose contact with me in general. It's going to make me think that you have it. I really just wanted to get on here and say that. And again, it's no shade to anyone. Hampton County has a great football program. Just return my equipment. Stop being childish. Just return my equipment. Other than that, I have nothing else to say. I'll see y'all Tuesday. Basketball game. Forest Hills versus Central. Other than that, return my equipment. Hoodie Rex out.